Welcome back to Space Hulk Death Angel, the card game. I have one correction to make immediately. I left a note in the last video. When I pulled the Gene Stealer for here, I actually pulled it off the main deck. It was supposed to come out of the blip pile, so I actually returned it to the main deck, pulled it from this blip pile and put it here. It did not affect the rest of the turn. Trying to make life difficult for myself, as usual. Anyway, so that's all straightened out. And so we're going to begin round 4. So the first thing we do, of course, is we go over to our action cards and we must choose one of the actions. And of course, you can't choose the same action twice. And so looking at things, we have Lexicanum has a Gene Stealer behind him, one in front. Chaplain Raziel has one behind, and Scipio has 2 behind because we had the Chaos of Battle card last time, which of course made the Gene Stealers go to the backside of our Marines. All right, let's go to the action cards and see if we can get out of this mess. All right, I think I have a plan here. So we're going to have this team here is going to do the Litany of Hate, which is the move and activate. So we're going to do that. It's going to allow us to reface or change the direction of 2 Space Marines, and that's pretty important because we got messed over last time. So let's go over to the blue Space Marine team now and see which card they are going to choose. All right, so for our blue team, I am going to have them attack this time. So we're going to take the attack card for them. And lastly, we go to our book learning Space Marines and choose their tactic card. And last up, I'm going to use the support card for these guys, and that's going to be the cards chosen. And so now we go back to our main formation and we will resolve the action cards. All right, so let's take a look at our cards, and of course we have to do them in numerical order. So we have a 6, 7B, 13, so we're going to do 6 first, then 7B, then 13. So first up we have Power Field. It's a support card, so we're going to be able to put a support token on one of the Marines. It says, after resolving this card's action, you may choose any swarm. The Gene Stealers in the chosen swarm may not attack or be slain this round. And so I'm going to put the support token on Brother... I'm going to put it on Brother Dino down here at the bottom. And I am going to take this card and I'm going to place it onto this Gene Stealer. So he is in the power field, which means he can't be slain or attack this turn. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Or is it? Yes, it is what I want to do. Sorry, I'm just trying to think here as I go along. Do this in a proper order. Next card, we have Litany of Hate. This is the move and activate for our hammer guys. It says, after resolving this card's action, change the facing of up to 2 Space Marines belonging to any combat team or teams in the formation. So this is a really powerful card for us. So we get to move and activate our 2 hammer guys, and one of them is right here. And I'm going to have him move and activate. So he's not really going to move anywhere, but he is going to change his facing this way, because when you move, you can change your facing. So he didn't swap positions with anybody, but he did change facing to face this Gene Stealer. And the other one, of course, is here. He is going to move, he's going to swap positions with Dino down here, and he is going to change his facing after he does the move as well. So he's facing in that direction. And now, of course, it says after resolving this card's action, you can change the facing of up to 2 Marines. And so I'm going to take Brother Dino here, and we're going to change his facing. That's 1 Marine changing facing. And way up at the top, we're going to change the... Oh, no, we're not. Okay, well... Yeah, we're going to change the facing here of Brother Scipio at the top. Okay, I think that is good. And now, of course, our last card that we're going to be playing is the Lead by Example attack card for our blue team. And it basically says, when one of your Space Marines slays a Gene Stealer, you may place a support token on any Space Marine. And so our blue guys will attack. And I'm just going to zoom down here. So we have one attack here, Brother Dinio. And we have another attack happening up here, Sergeant Lorenzo. And if we manage to kill a Gene Stealer, we can place one support token on a Marine. So let me zoom down. We're going to do this battle first. All right, so we're going to have Brother Dinio here is going to attack the Gene Stealer here across from the ventilation duct. And so in order to do that, of course, we need a skull. And he rolls a 5. However, he does have a support token, so we're going to spend that support token. And we're going to re-roll the die, hoping to get a skull. And yes, we get a skull as I destroy the formation. So this Gene Stealer has been eliminated. So that was a successful attack for Brother Scipio. Next, and we can place now a support token on someone that we want. And so I think right up at the top here, we're going to place another support token on Brother Scipio. So he now has 2, and there's going to be, the next battle is going to be happening here. So let me just readjust the camera. All right, so our next attack is going to be Sergeant Lorenzo here shooting at this Gene Stealer. And remember, all of our Marines have a range of 2, so it's no problem for him to shoot here. And you have to shoot, of course, in the direction you're facing. So we're looking for a skull, and he does have a support token. So we get a skull. Boom. This Gene Stealer is eliminated. And now we cannot place another support token because we were only able to, after killing a Gene Stealer, place one support token at the end of, during a round. And of course, this is a round. All right. That is going to take care of our attacks. And now it is the Gene Stealer's turn to attack. So a slight adjustment of the camera again. And we'll get to the Gene Stealer's attack. And of course, this Gene Stealer here is in the power field, can't do anything. But these 2 Gene Stealers will be attacking Brother Scipio. And now, of course, I need to roll higher than 2. So it's pretty much a 50-50 chance. But he does have 2 support tokens. So we could re-roll twice to keep Brother Scipio alive. We need a 3, 4, 5 to not be eliminated. And there's a 3. So 3 is more than 2 Gene Stealers. Didn't even have to use a support token. We are okay. All right, let me zoom out, and then we're going to be getting into the event, which is always jolly fun. All right, it is event time. This big, awful deck of event cards. And what do we have? We have something called Evasion. Well, that might be good for us. When a player resolves an attack action card next round, he may only attack with 1 Space Marine of that combat team instead of both. Well, isn't that lovely? I told you these cards were evil. But we are getting minor spawns. 1 minor spawn on yellow, 1 minor spawn on red. All right, and I'll try and take the Gene Stealers from the correct blip piles instead of grabbing it from the main deck. So our yellow is the door. So we're getting another Gene Stealer at the door. That's going to be a total now of 3 up here, which is getting a little bit uncomfortable. And we have 1 Gene Stealer coming from the huge blip pile over in the ventilation ducts. And there it is. This is awful. Okay, that is our Gene Stealers showing up. And now we have the horrible flanking maneuver by any Gene Stealer that has the symbol on them, which we do have now from the one that just showed up here. It is going to go to the back side of Laxacanum and jumps over here to join the one that was held by the power field. And that, now I'm going to take the action cards away because they have been used and done. We'll put the tokens on them so I know we can't use them again next turn. And that is now the situation. So we have Scipio facing 3 Gene Stealers, but we have Lexicanum, his back is turned to 2 of them. So that's not the greatest. All right. And that's going to be the end of round 4. And of course, we have to remember this one now, that whoever attacks next turn, we can only have 1 of the Space Marines attacking and not both. So I'm just going to leave that card out here for myself. So I remember that for round 5. Well, thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking my videos. Please join me next time for round 5 of Space Hulk Death Angel, the card game.